So in the last video, you may recall we were talking about creating and setting up your Instagram profiles. And in this video, I'm going to show you what kind of things you can post on your Instagram profiles and hopefully give you some ideas so you can go ahead and do the same. So just to recap, in the last video, what you should have by now is an Instagram account for your accountancy firm. Now, I actually recommend that you set up two accounts, one for your accountancy firm company, your business, and also one for your personal brand. And you don't have to do this straight away, but you can do this at some point in the future, but it would be good to have both a company account and a personal brand. So you can see this in this example with my company, Skyline Social, and my personal brand. And you can also see this with the Profitable Firm and also Karen's personal brand here as well. So in the rest of this video, I'm just going to give you some ideas of some of the things that you can post to give you some ideas of what kind of things you can share on your Instagram, because posting social media updates on your Instagram does work slightly differently to the other channels such as Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook. So I'm just going to go through how that works now. So the first type of thing that you can post is links to your content from your blog. So if we go to Skyline Social, you can see an example of this here. Quite a few of these actually are images taken from one of our blogs, one of our most recent blogs. So let's just use this one as an example. So if we go to our blog, okay, so on our blog, you can see the things that we've been posting. And one of the latest things that we've got here is how to build an email list from scratch. And if we go down, we can also see some of our other blogs. You know, what are the best social media channels for your business? How keeping your marketing simple can increase sales for your business. And if we have a look at our profile here, you can see that these blog posts are also shared on our Instagram account. So, for example, this one is about how you can grow your email list for your business. If I go to the next one, this is what are the best social media channels for your business. If I go to this one, this is how you can keep your marketing simple, increases your sales. So what we essentially do is we take one of the images from our blog post, like this one, how keeping your marketing simple can increase your sales. We just take the image and then we put it on Instagram. And then what we also do is we tell people at the end of the text, when we upload the image, we say, learn more by reading the full article by clicking the link in our bio. So what I normally do is I take a snippet from the text, usually from the introduction in the blog post, and I put it into the beginning of the post. And then I put learn more by reading the full article by clicking the link in our bio. So this is really important because on on Instagram right now, you cannot link directly to the blog post. You can't add a link in the post, it just won't work. So what you need to do is tell people that they need to click on the link in your bio. So that's why if they go to the Instagram bio at the top, you'll see there's a link to our blog, and that's where they can read our latest blog content. So whenever you want to link to somewhere, whether that's on your website or a blog or any landing page, you need to have the link on your Instagram profile, and then you need to tell people in the post to go to your Instagram profile and click on the link on there in order to access it. So posting the content that you have from your website, any new blog posts and articles, is a really good way of posting content on your Instagram account. So really easy. That's a great thing you can do to get started. The second thing you can do is post about events. So if you are going to any events or organizing any events, you can post about that. So let's have a look at this one on the Profitable Firm. This is a great example. So this is from the ZeroCon event. So you can see here photos from the event here. If we go to the next one, you can see pictures of the team at the event. And there's actually just pictures here of what's happening, going out and about at the event. And that's a great thing to kind of post and share with people. Let's just see if there's any more examples here as well. So here's another event as well that someone in our team was speaking at. And if you actually post, images of you going to events and maybe even speaking at events, it's a great way to let people know what you're actually doing. So events, if you're going to events or you're organizing your own events, you definitely want to be sharing those on social media, and Instagram is a great place to share that. The third thing that you can share is client testimonials. So if you have any client testimonials, you can also share them on your Instagram account. So this is an example of one of our client testimonials. So we have a picture of the client here. They do motorcycle tours, and we have a picture of the client and what they said about us. So having testimonials from your clients is just a great way to build up more trust with those that you have those that you have who are following you on your Instagram accounts. And just as a side point, with all of these different posts that I'm going through on Instagram, you don't want to just do lots of the same thing. You want to keep it balanced, and you want to mix and match a lot of these. And you don't have to do all of these, but the more that you can do, the more variety that you can do, the more interesting it will be. The fourth thing that you can do is post quotes. So you can post quotes about what it is that you do, or something related to your industry, or even your own quotes if you have your own quotes that you say to people. So one of the quotes that we've got on our website is this one. This was actually from someone else. And what he said is that we don't have a choice on whether we do social media. The question is, how will we do it? So it wasn't just a random quote, but this quote is sort of related to social media, which is what we do. So having quotes is, again, something else that you can do and you can post very easily on your Instagram. Now, just a word of warning when it comes to posting quotes is there's some Instagram accounts that all they do is post quotes. And again, that doesn't do what I just spoke about previously, which is it's not very varied and balanced. So if all you post is quotes, it's not going to look great. You want to post a variety of different things, and quotes is just one of the things that you can post. So don't go overboard with this, but definitely posting things here and there is a great way to build up more trust with those that you're connected to. And remember, everything you post is you're trying to form a relationship and build up your brand with those that are following you. So the fourth thing that you can post is pictures or videos from your team members. So actually there was one here, as you saw, from the Profitable Firm, which is great. But any pictures that you have of your team working together or doing things or going out, it doesn't have to be always work things. It could be social things as well. That would be great to post and share on Instagram. So yeah, definitely you want to make sure you can do that. And the other thing as well, similar to this, is also posting any team meetings that you might have, whether they're in person or virtually as well. So the next thing that you can also post is if you are traveling. So this is very good as well for your personal brand. So if you're going out and you're traveling places, you don't have to always keep it completely 100% work related. Let people know what it is that you do in your spare time, what kind of hobbies you do, what kind of things you're involved in. So, we've got, images here of Spain, Barcelona, London, just different places that we've been visiting, and, different areas that we've gone. This is for my brand. And if you look at Karen, she's also done similar things, pictures of, just traveling and going to places. And one of the great things to keep in mind when posting, things on Instagram, if you're trying to figure out what to post, especially if you're going out and about, you don't have to necessarily create things and create content in terms of, okay, I'm going to go here so I can post about it on Instagram. What you can actually do is just whatever you're doing in your day-to-day activities or your week-to-week or month-to-month activities, just document it. So rather than trying to create things for the sake of social media, just document what you are already doing and let people know what you're doing and keep them updated. So documenting what you're doing is a really easy and great way to let people know what it is that you're involved with. And also, as you post different things, it helps build up your brand and helps build up a relationship with those that are following you. So one of the last things that you can also post is let me have a look here. Where is it? It's also any collaboration that you do. So for example, if you do any webinars with other people, if you do any joint ventures, if someone has interviewed you on a podcast, if you've done a guest blog post somewhere else, just be sure to talk about that on social media. Again, you can do this not just on Instagram, you can do this on other social media channels as well, but doing it on Instagram is a great place to do that. So this was, for example, a podcast interview where someone interviewed me on their podcast, and we've got like a video, 1 minute, 60-second audio clip from the podcast. And again, it's just letting people know that you're out there, that you're doing things, you're creating content. And if you are doing any sort of collaboration, be sure to mention it on Instagram. And the final thing that you can also do is post any company news updates. Now, again, you don't want to post, you don't want everything that you post to be updates about yourself and your company, but this is your company account. And if there is something new and exciting happening, it is good and it is okay to share that. So we had a rebrand recently, so we posted that here on Instagram. So, proud to have launched our new website and branding. And also, if you look at the Profitable Firm, things like, if there's any special events or training sessions or things that are happening, you can post about that here. So you can see that, in this one here, For example, there's 2 early bird spaces left for the Profitable Firm Accelerator program. So, things like that, letting people know that there's something happening and that there's a limited amount of space left, just news and things of what is actually happening in your company. So this could be if you're organizing webinars, if you're starting a training program, if you're maybe going to an event, just whatever's happening in and around your company, you can let people know through Instagram updates. And just finally, when thinking about what kind of things to post on your Instagram, there's also, Instagram is very, I'd say, quite visual, and also it can be a bit more random and personal compared to the other channels as well. So you can see that, there's maybe things that might not necessarily be on Twitter or LinkedIn, but, they can be on Instagram. You can have a bit of a laugh with people. You can, you don't have to be so formal. So again, you want to make sure that whatever you do post is going to match your branding and your brand values, so that everything is aligned. But at the same time, you can post other things rather than just work stuff. You can post a variety of different things, especially for your personal brand. If you look at Karen's one here, she's got all kinds of different posts, which is a really good variety. So what I would do is have a look at these different Instagram profiles just to get a flavor of what kind of things we are posting, to give you an idea of what kind of things you can post. And remember, this video is really just to help you brainstorm some ideas. You don't have to do everything that I've just mentioned, but it should help you come up with your own ideas and come up with new things to post. And the main principle I'd say to keep in mind is that you want to build a relationship with your followers, with the people that are following you on social media. So, we've got a few thousand people following us here. You want to build up a relationship so that every time you post things, they remember who you are, what it is that you do, what it is that you're all about, how you can help people, how you provide value. So just keep those principles in mind and don't let that hold you back from posting anything. Because sometimes what I found talking to other accountants is that one of the things holding them back from using Instagram is that they just don't have any ideas on what to post. So this video should hopefully give you some ideas, and then you can come up with your own ideas, come up with your own things to post to build up that relationship with those that you have as followers. In the next video, what I'm going to do is show you what kind of hashtags to use and what kind of things to actually say when it comes to using Instagram. So I'm just going to give you some best practices for that. But for now, you can start thinking about what kind of things you can post on your own Instagram accounts. And again, as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, if you can, be sure to have 2 Instagram accounts, one for your accountancy firm and one for your personal brand. And again, you don't have to do this right now straight away. You can start off with just maybe having your accountancy firm first. But I just want you to be aware that in the future, it would also be good to have a personal brand too.